Okay, there we go.
The choir has finished singing. The cantor should find time now. Are you ready for the chapter meeting, Brother Philip? If you have any other business to take care of in Kingsbridge, do it now.
I don't think so.
Take a long time.
I think I've done everything, so yeah, let's go. Yeah. I forgot to tell Brother Paul.
Is more important. And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honoured. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving
Brother
without
Paul is
financial
there.
records. I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him.
I knew him well, and I know he would agree with me.
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell the bishop about this.
Go ahead.
Brothers, please. Let's hear what he has to say.
I'm doing this for your sake, like
Hear
literally.
him out, brothers. I was stubborn as well, but he made me see it.
Well, that's not an easy thing to do.
Yes.
I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then.
But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Say that walking on ice.
Is walking on thin ice wise?
I mean, I don't know what this is
Who does he
implying,
think he
but
is?
the other was
May the
also
Lord
pretty.
forgive him. He knows not what he is saying. No. Philip was very hesitant to talk about the state of this priory with me. Usually, he is as careful in his words as he is in his actions.
Yes. Philip asked us a question. Was it wise to walk out onto the ice?
Yeah, the other was very
tested
accusatory.
James?
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
I don't know that.
If the Lord tested James, then he is testing all of us. I trust the Lord, so did James, and so should all of you. He was misguided when he walked onto the ice that night, as he was misguided in his last wish. Whatever or whoever misguided him.
Maybe it wasn't the devil. We've never seen him.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
True.
But did he do anything besides talk?
Yeah.
Yes, he brought me a hot stone.
Uh-huh.
That's our Philip.
Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not?
I mean, I wanted to
We
do
deserve
that
the
before
truth.
the letter,
What are your
so
true intentions?
those are my true
I am
intentions.
here only to help this priory.
The letter is just a
This
bonus.
priory, of course.
I'm not lying here.
I say it is not a coincidence that he should make his voice heard now, shortly after James's passing and before the elections.
What are you saying, Brother Remigius?
This is not about James. It is about him. He wants to be prior.
I don't think he does.
I came here to talk to James.
I think that is a wonderful idea. I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of
No,
Kingsbridge.
I nominate Milius. Milius should really be the prior.
Disagree with that.
Well, yes, obviously. much.
Excellent choice.
What about Remigius?
That's surprising.
Great
Pride
idea.
Philip.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Should I? Okay, it doesn't give me the choice. Good.
Thank you for your kind offer. But we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you.
Huh?
We don't have much time. Evening Mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
Oh,
You've
so he
never been
did.
good at saying no. And Milius is right. Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Okay, inspect. Francis' notes about the late King Henry, Empress Maud and King Stephen, Part 2, dated 1st of January 1136. Our new King Stephen is supported by most of our Norman overlords and even by the Church. His younger brother Henry is Bishop of Winchester and one of the most important priests in all of England. He made Stephen swear an oath to reserve power to the Church, which had little influence on political affairs under King Henry. Excuse me. A good day for the Church and for us. The trouble is that my Lord Earl Robert of Gloucester is one of the king's bastards. He wants to see his half-sister Maud on the throne, believing she would heavily rely on his guidance and advice during her reign. In the name of Empress Maud, he and his allies have formed a rebellion against King Stephen. Not long now, and there will be a war.
Now, let us look for the letter.
Okay. Tablet.
The handwriting on this tablet is hardly legible. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed.
Okay, is that
Goodbye,
a
James.
eye for an eye thing?
Let's continue looking.
What? That doesn't sound very Catholic.
James spent much time writing in the last 10 years. Instead of a prior, he became more of a recluse.
That is what you monks do, isn't it?
It used to be.
I don't get what Francis is. He's not a monk, but he's a priest?
Prior James was working on a text. Our God is a consuming fire, and whom he destroyed shall be raised at the end of days and shall destroy him. The first line is from the scripture, but I do not believe the second one is.
Philip, we must focus on the letter.
I'm trying. I'm looking for it. Oh, no, I didn't want to find
Francis,
it.
I think I found it.
I went to look
In the
around.
Bible?
I knew
Revelations,
it.
the
I
Apocalypse
knew
of
it was in
St.
the
John.
Bible, because
And
that
they
was the
call
only
to the
thing
mountains
you didn't
and
want
rocks.
burnt.
Fall on us and hide us from the
Wasn't a
face of him who
coincidence.
is seated on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Break the seal.
Letter, inspect. Letter dated December 18th, 1135. Robert of Gloucester. Gloucester? Whatever. Name the day and we will be ready to shed blood in the name of Emperor Smoot. I and my bondsmen will ride against Stephen of Blois. We do not start the war, but we shall unleash it. Stephen himself started it. The day he betrayed King Henry's daughter and took her throne. He and those who swore loyalty to him. Bartholomew, Earl of Shiring.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Why me?
Why me?
Because you have to. There's no other way. Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
I have no idea. Should I just not answer?
You want the
I don't
bishop
know.
to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Whew, what the hell? If I agree to Francis's plan, that is basically, you know, lying and everything is a sin, isn't it? Like, I'm committing treason, which is also kind of a sin, I'm assuming. Like, Philip is kind, and he said himself that he can't say no. Francis said he can't say no, so it would make sense that he said yes, even though he really doesn't want to. But he's also a man of God who, sure, okay, fine, I'll agree.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
And there we go. The Pillars of the Earth from the Ashes, Chapter 1, Philip. You helped Francis to uncover a conspiracy against the king. You were nominated to become Prior of Kingsbridge. You agreed to meet a bishop. You reported Brother Marcus the Thief. You gave Brother Paul a hot stone and soothed his pain. Remigius still holds you in contempt. I mean, I'm not sure that would have changed. But wait. How much can we affect the story? Like, if I refuse to go to the bishop, would the story have changed tremendously? Like, how, especially since this is based on the book, which is a story, a whole story. It's not a choose your own adventure. There's no choices in the book. It's just a book. So how does this work? I'm not sure if there are maybe multiple endings, if there's different stories, different paths you can take. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, but I'm assuming so, since there's so many decisions. But are those decisions actually useful, or is it just little differences? Like, if I didn't give Brother Paul a hot stone, maybe not everybody would have agreed with making me a prior, but it will still be a thing, you know? I'm not sure. I really don't know. So I guess we'll see at some point.